Hi everyone, and welcome to the demo day of Gross Law Firm. My name is Yarden Ariel Cohen, and I'm the business development coordinator of the high-tech practice in our firm. Before we start today, we want to take a moment to recognize the tragedy that happened in Mount Meron this weekend. Our thoughts and prayers are with the family of the victims, and we wish the injured a speedy recovery. Gross High-Tech Practice has over 60 lawyers dedicated to high-tech venture clients that operate in a variety of technology and innovation fields. Today, we will have with us 5 startups that operate in different verticals, and I will let them tell you what they're doing in the next hour. I want to thank you all for taking the time to join us today and invite Dr. Eyal Shenhav, Head of High-Tech and Venture Capital Practice in our firm, to say a few words before we start.
Thank you, Yarden. Thank you for organizing and coordinating this event. We have this the monthly demo day. We thought about canceling it today because of what happened on Friday, but decided to go on. But obviously, we all feel the loss and mourn the victims. I wanted to thank everybody on the panelist side. That we have 5 very interesting companies, and then we'll present them in a minute. And we have, I think, about 25, let's call it audience or investors, potential investors. And I think look forward to this exciting event. And thank you again, everybody, for joining. And hope you enjoy the presentations. So thank you, Yarden.
Thank you, Eyal. So I will go a bit again over on how this event will work. I will soon introduce you to all the startups that are going to participate today. Each panelist will have 7 minutes to give their pitch, share their screen, and tell you about them. And then we will dedicate 2 to 3 minutes to questions. So if you have any question, feel free to send it in the chat or in the Q&A box. You can see it in the bar. Or if you want to ask it using the mic, so just raise your hand and I will unlock your microphone. So I want to invite all the panelists to open their cameras for a sec so I can introduce you. I'm just missing Yuval, but let's start. Okay, so first we have Meidan Sher, founder and CEO of Wapos, which is a global community marketplace that allows customers to obtain in about 72 hours any product from around the world. Then we have Erez Tal, co-founder and CBDO of AR51, that has developed a breakthrough motion capture technology, and he will tell you about it later. We also have Yossi Avraham, founder and CEO of Wildfly, that is an innovative technology company that turns flights into revenues. We also have Yuval, yeah, he's here, Yuval, CEO and co-founder of Market Beyond, that empowers leading online retailers and brands with cross-market, competitive, actionable insights to plan assortment, implement sales strategies, and analyze market share. And last but not least, we have Uri Keren, Chief Revenue Officer of ClickIns, that digitizes and automates processes for the automotive and insurance industry. So thank you guys for joining us today. And I think that we are ready to start with Meidan from Wapos.
Thank you, Yarden. Hi, everyone. I'll put in my presentation in a moment. Everybody sees my presentation?
Yes, we do.
Thank you. So, nice to meet you, everyone. My name is Meidan. I'm the founder and CEO of Wapos Travel e-commerce application. In my background, I worked 6 years in sales, established my own successful business in the sport industry. I'm a graduate of the Sigma Labs Accelerator, the Osmotive Initiative Association, and Wingate Institute at college as a martial art therapist for people with ADD and ADHD. After traveling 12 countries across the world, I always wanted to profit from traveling. It was in Cuba, when I bought a box of cigars for $125 and sold it for $450. After handling the box, I asked the buyer, "What will you do when you need to buy again?" He said, "I don't know. When do you fly again?" I realized at that moment I have a business opportunity. So today on traditional e-commerce, we have three major problems: unavailability of product because of delivery, logistic failures, products that's been sold only offline, and so on. Long delivery time of up to a month, and even more in some cases, and too many price layers on the product that make it much more expensive, like taxes of country of origin, country of destination, courier company fee to the e-commerce platform, fee to the seller, and on the cumulative commissions become sometimes higher than the product itself. So Wapos have the solution up in the sky. Wapos is a global community marketplace that allows customers to obtain in about $70 any product from around the world, including millions of unique or hard to find products unavailable on the internet, simply by connecting customers with travelers using our smart algorithm app. And our mission is to get anything and anywhere in about 72 hours. Our global market is a van model of the B2C global e-commerce at a worth of $3.5 trillion and the global tourism retail at a worth of $153 billion. First, we're targeting the UK market in the tourism retail at $31 billion and the e-commerce market at a worth of $86 billion. More specifically, in the location, Heathrow Airport in the city of London that handle 230,000 passengers per day. On our business model, we focus first on B2C, a transaction fee of 8%, 4% from the buyer and 4% from the seller. Next, for our premium users, we aim for the buyers and for the seller to help them have the tools they need in order to sell more or purchase more. On the custom clearance assist, we help by using automation on how much customs you might pay and in the future, even clear your customs online. Next, on our B2B segment, that's what is so special in our business model that we can make profit from both models. On tax refunding, by partnering with Refunded, owned by the founder Waze Ori Levin, we're able to refund the taxes of the travelers using their API. And then this way, save 70 to 27% from the cost of the product. Next, insurance services, insurance for travel insurance for the travelers to supply them on the platform that they could purchase without going out to any vendor. And same thing for the buyers, they could purchase comprehensive warranty on the product they're buying and have warranty certificate to protect their products if you buy an expensive laptop or a smartphone. Recommendation list, we help buyers to decide what kind of product they could buy from any country. So them vendors we work with in order to help them decide what they want to ask from travelers to bring and make the decision making even easier. And this way we make double fee from the vendor and from the customer. Next, travelers assist, same thing on recommendations that help them close their airlines, hotels, and so on. So what about COVID? I presented in our research conducted by Mindset in May 2020 in 60 different airports worldwide. The results, 61% will pick up air traveling again within the first 3 months of international flight ban being lifted off. Same thing we see on 2021, 93% say that the pandemic and the lockdowns have increased the desire to travel. 75% say that they're already planning longer trips will be able to travel. And 70% already planned vacation on 2021. So we can see a high rise that's coming up to us. On our direct competitor, Grabber, there is 4 major differences that we selected that we see the most importance in. Delivery speed, you can get a traveler that will return in a month or 2. With us, the algorithm selects the fastest to departure and reach out to you. Same thing on fragile item and expensive item. On availability, we're almost the same, just with us, the marketing notices which kind of travelers that our buyer needs in order to keep the supply chain up and running. On buying search process, in Grabber, you need to take money pocket out of your own money in order to buy the products for your buyers. With us, you don't need to do that. Our smart payment system allows the buyer to buy the product for you and you need just to deliver it. Same thing on the buying process. With us, you can close the whole process in one screen by our Moneybox Smart Chat. On the pricing, Grabber doesn't work with any custom clears and no refunding of the taxes, even though it's something that the traveler is entitled to. On the delivery speed, Amazon, eBay have one of the amazing deliveries, very fast. But if you want a 4 to 6 day fast delivery, you need to pay around $200. On AliExpress, $60 will get you only a 10 days speed delivery. On availability, like I said in the start of the presentation, the same problems. Only Amazon have one of the best availability we checked. On buying and search product, all of them have a great process. Just with us, we keep it on automation. On the pricing, like we said in the start, the custom clearance, the buying locally, and the refunding of the taxes makes everything much more cheaper. And of course, less fee. So on the team, you already know me. We have Aviad Nissim, my CDO, Dr. Ofer Munal, my VP product, Shah Hono, our experienced senior developer, Sharon Cohen, our CCO in the design, Ran El-Kayam, one of our developers, Omer Golan is our CMO, experience in the B2B and B2C on the startup industry. Yuval Klein used to be a project manager and a leader in Elbit Systems and our VP R&D. Aris Agmon is our marketing advisor, has a second and first degree in marketing and advertising. Joseph Spivak, our business developer, which is an angel investor himself. That's our timeline. In Q2 2020, we finished the Sigma Labs Accelerator. Q3 2020, we had an LOI with refunded. Q3 2021, we aim for product launch and paying customers here in Israel. And Q1 2022, we aim for our target market in the UK market. Thank you for listening. I'm here for your Q&A.
Thank you, Maidan. Until we see if there is any question from the crowd, if you can maybe elaborate on how exactly do you deal with customs? Like, what's the process?
Okay, so already today you have automation when you bring a lot of products to a country and you want to sell them to customers. You have automation so you could clear many products like 1,000 washing machines and so on. But for private clients, it's not available. We take the big product, make it smaller for private people using the API of already existing companies in order to clear the custom automatically, and also give them a good prediction of how much custom they might pay in order to add it to their pricing. When they get refunded on also when they get refunded on taxes, the custom is not so significant.
Nice. And I don't remember if you mentioned how much you're raising.
We're raising $1.5 million.
I see. Okay, I see we have a question. So how do you solve the new directive of VAT payment to the EU due to July 1st? Are you?
That's a very good question, and I think the best to answer it and elaborate it is to take it offline. I would love to expand on it.
Okay, thank you. So if there's no more question, I think we can welcome Erez.
Yeah, how much did you raise to date in your angel round or seed round?
No, right now we're bootstrapped. We fund this whole process and all the things we accomplished with our own pockets.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I see two more questions. So first one is, when are sales due? You said, I think you mentioned Q3, right?
Q3, yeah, Q3. What's the question about Q3?
No, when are sales due?
When we start sales, paying customers?
Yeah.
We plan to start paying customers here to a small run test here in Israel on August, and afterwards we finish our testing. We aim for our target market, the UK.
Thank you. I see we have another question in the Q&A box. So how do you solve security issues? So let's say, for example, somebody is giving you something to transfer. You know, we know that they love this question.
It's a great question. I sit down with the Ben Gurion airport security managers and asked them if there is any problem with the law. So they said, on this segmentation, they don't see any security problems because it's something that works on a platform. You know what you're delivering. you're putting it by yourself inside your luggage. It's not someone put it for you. So when I sat down for an interview and asked all the security questions, they said they don't see a single problem. And I trust those answers because these guys work for about 5 to 6 years in the security of Ben Gurion Airport.
Thank you, Maidan. So if you can please unshare your screen and I will welcome.
Thank you, everyone.
Erez Tal from AR51.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Arden and Ayal, for having us on this demo day. Pleasure to be here. I will start our fast presentation as we have a very limited time. Please let me know if you see the presentation. My name is Erez Tal and I am the Chief Business Development Officer in AR51. We are doing live 3D entertainment streaming for augmented reality. We are a big believer in the revolution of augmented reality, which are going to arrive with augmented reality glasses and already arrived by using of augmented reality in mobile devices. Our vision is to lead the content for sports and entertainment viewing in augmented reality, not only in sports, but also in other fields of entertainment. And we have the right ammunition for this. We are 3 co-founders. My partners are Moshe and Lior. Moshe has a PhD in artificial intelligence. He's the CEO. Lior has a PhD in neuroscience. He's the CTO. Personally, I'm a former Air Force pilot. I had an MBA and I did a few startups, which the last one of them was Camera, which was acquired by Apple. We have a set of deep technologies which comprised our parametric capturing, which is a real-time motion capturing. And with this deep technology, we are targeting 2 segments of markets. Firstly is the real-time motion capture markerless, which I will elaborate, and later I will elaborate on the sports and entertainment streaming for augmented reality. So I will start with the motion capture as it is today. Today, the motion capture system, which is very widely used in animation and in gaming, is based on all technology using sensors, suits, and markers, and expensive rigs of many infrared cameras. As you probably know, all the graphics that are being humanized by people and actors behind the scenes are using motion capture in order to provide a digital motion and movement of real person and transform it to the digital avatars. And as you see in this picture, they are using markers or other lights or sensors to transform the motion. What we are bringing is a real-time motionless markerless motion capture. I will show a short video. In the video, you can see an acrobat that we capture the movement of him in real time and transform the movement into the digital movement that can be used in a variety of use cases. I'm jumping for the next segment, which is the live entertainment and sports streaming for augmented reality. We start with the video that demonstrates how we show a basketball match on a table in augmented reality glasses and mobile devices. We capture it in real time and we can stream it directly to the viewers in their home or in their mobile devices. So our technology is based off cameras that we're setting around the studio, around the set, or around any code that we want to capture a scene. And we transform the data and process it in the cloud and using 5G to transform it to the users at home. We're starting with mobile AR, as it is available today by millions of users who are using their advanced mobile smartphones, and they can consume short activities of sports, which we are collaborating with teams to provide them fan engagement experiences. Our seed round was led by Benson Oak Ventures, and also participated Eyal Waldman, and recently Oren Yogev joined to our investors list. We see the AR glasses revolution that is coming. It's already here. All the Ramos are talking about the AR glasses of Apple to start the revolution, but the Chinese manufacturers are not waiting on the line and already started to sell their own AR glasses that already looks like AR glasses. And thank you for listening. I'm ready for your questions.
Thank you, Erez. I see we have one question in the Q&A box. How is the mockup different from the simple mockup Kinect had?
Sorry?
How is the mockup different from the simple mockup Kinect had? A company named Kinect.
Okay, so what we're doing, we're using based of normal cameras. We detect in 3D the person and everything. The Kinect is using depth camera, which have its own limitations, its own limitations of depth and the length of the field that it can track, or other. It's totally different because we're using normal camera, RGB's camera, and processing everything on motion, on machine learning and computer vision in the cloud. So the Kinect is a very basic device that Microsoft provided for the specific use, but it's not doing like 3D completely and with its limitations.
Thank you. As you can see, I'm not playing Xbox. Are you providing the mockup tech or the AR streaming as well?
So we're starting to provide the mockup systems for clients like university who are doing researchers in VR, or gaming studios that are providing VR games for multiplayers that want to transform the actions of the players in real time into the experience, to animation studios. And we also use the technology to go for the sports and entertainment activities in augmented reality, starting now not in real time, and we'll provide it later on real-time reality glasses. Both are using the same core technology of real-time markerless motion capture.
Thank you. Last question, I think. Are you targeting B2B or B2C?
So we are starting with B2B, while our end vision is to target B2C. While we get to the point that consumers are getting more and more AR glasses, we will provide them the opportunity to watch sports and entertainment live in augmented reality glasses. By then, we are providing studios, universities, other institutes that are using motion capture, and other teams and leagues with a tool for fan engagement. It's a B2B2C.
Thank you. I see another one. How much was raised so far, and what investment are you looking for? And when are you going to generate sales?
So we raised so far a pre-seed of 1.5 million. We had a very significant grant from the IIA, and we are going to raise a round that would be more than 5 million. Sales are targeting to start by the end of May this year.
Thank you, Erez.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's welcome Yossi Abraham from Wild.
Thank you very much.
Yossi, if you can just open your camera because we can't see you right now.
Okay, can you hear me and see me?
Yes, great.
And do you see the presentation as well? In maximum or not?
Yes, maximum.
Good, thank you. So hi everyone, my name is Yossi Avraham and I'm co-founder of Wildfly. In a nutshell, we turn the flight time into revenues, very important for airlines, especially during the COVID itself. I'm not going to focus on the technology, you are all savvy of technology, I'm going to talk about the business itself. So if we are talking about the story behind Wildfly, we invented the box, and this box generates money. It generates money from captive audience that comes all the time to the airplane, and we generate revenue out of it. If we're talking about the number of airplanes and what we have today, then the potential income from every aircraft per month is $30,000 revenues from this captive audience, out of which we left with 50% gross model, which is split between different partners, including the airlines that get money. All the contracts that we have with the airlines are for 4 years exclusivity. We already signed with 80 airplanes, and it was very fast comparing to the market and the condition of the market. But the potential market itself is 16,000 airplanes that fly in today with a CAGR of 10%. In fact, a small startup company from Israel working with giants, when we could secure 80 airplanes already, most of them during the COVID itself, everything was done via Zoom. We never met physically those people, but the idea and the urge of necessary of our solution make them sign contract with Wildfly. The team itself is very well known in the market itself. I myself led the in-flight connectivity at Gilat Satellite Network as the business development there. And Rob, for example, our chief revenue officer, came also from this specific industry by being Transavia a product owner and director of monetization in companies that are competing with Wildfly. The other two people there are expert in their field in UI, Lior, and Itzik as chief technology officer. So you probably know the experience of low-cost airlines, and this is our target market, where people are sitting inside the airplane and have nothing to do beside maybe read some books, look at the magazine that no longer exists, and try to sleep during the flight itself. But this is a captive audience that can generate revenues. With Wildfly, they enjoy their time, they are very happy, they can consume content that is very engaging, and those people are actually engaged. How much engaged? We have 60% of the passenger using Wildfly solution today inside the airborne, and it's more than double than the industry standard as of today, and there are several reasons for that. In fact, we took the 15 billion hours of low-cost flight, which are a wasting time for those audience and airlines, and we transfer them into 8 billion loss of income that now into the pocket itself. Now, it's not that Wildfly itself working alone. First of all, we have airlines. Some of them are European, some of them, as you can see, from Israel, which we started as a pilot. The pilot was expanded very fast, and now we are speaking with 6 to 7 different airlines in Europe. All want to engage with Wildfly and waiting for their server, for our servers to be inside the airplane. We have strong partnership with Lufthansa System, our main partner today. And we are working with different advertisement agencies and affiliate, as you can see that from the first class. Even in terms of affiliate and partners, we have, for example, the Russian Netflix Oko signed with us lately. So this is how it looks. When passenger enters into the airplane, the aircrew announce about the availability of the in-flight entertainment. They have to take only their mobile device, connecting to the internal Wi-Fi inside the airplane. And from that point, they are redirected to our portal, which is an inner portal, but include a lot of content that was preloaded before every flight. We provide content about the destination, we provide videos, we provide games, and many, many things that they can buy. For example, if you're flying to Berlin, you can buy attractions in a low price of Berlin. All come from our affiliates, so we don't have to chase after those companies to provide the inventory. The system itself is smart enough not only to identify the flight destination, but it also recognizes the passenger itself based on our AI, which is working in a closed environment, an offline environment. So we know if he is she or he during the flight itself and what type of content he would like to consume. And based on that, we increase the engagement and the time during the flight. If we're talking about technology, then Wildfly has disrupted all related to how airline works before. No more newspaper, magazine, everything is digital. No more asking the aircrew to bring me food. You can order the food and pay during the flight itself in a secured manner, and then it will come to you. We are upselling their food and beverage sale. We let the advertiser first time to use the airplane like they were using in Facebook. No more sending campaign without knowing anything about your campaign. You can run an A/B testing and change everything between the flights itself. So this is very, very unique in the market itself. And basically they've jumped for 20 years or more comparing to what they have before. So we provide to the passenger movies, game, destination-based content, digital duty-free, booking on board, everything that they are doing, although it's a free system for the passenger, basically we generate revenues out of it. So why now? COVID has changed dramatically the industry. If before COVID, the airlines were interested to work with us because we generate revenues for them and we gave them for free the in-flight entertainment, today they are very looking forward to increase their net revenues by adding these box, I would say, the server itself inside the airplane. And the magazine itself, which understood that they are no longer capable to operate inside the airplane, are looking for a solution working directly with Wildfly, bring their content on our digital platform so they can still live and continue to sell while they are using our platform. Wildfly is generating revenue. We actually generate revenue from the day that we were established and put our first server on board. Unfortunately, COVID started in Israel in March. So until now, we could not work in Israel. We have shifted to Europe, where, for example, in Russia, the flights are operating almost regularly. We started with deployment, which was very, very successful over the last 2 months. And right now we are starting with a real deployment. There are 4 airplanes right now flying and they are generating revenue. So revenues will start next month to come, and we increase the revenues by increasing more and more deployment of the contract that we already have. We do not need a lot of money. That's why we don't want to make any dilution for the company itself, and raising only $0.5 million to bridge the gap of deployment, fast deployment for the contract that we already have. And the company itself will generate revenues and will not need to get any more money. We have secured the pre-seed before, which without the COVID, it was enough for us. Unfortunately, COVID came to all the industry itself. We have recovered, and we're right now looking for a small investment as a bridge until we will get the revenues coming. That's it, and I will be more than happy to answer a question.
Thank you, Yossi. Until we see if we have questions, I have one. So you said you started even before COVID, and I wanted to ask, how do you compete with connectivity on airplanes that, you know, this is where the world is going to?
This is a good question because we hear that from investors many times. There are 2 different industries in the aviation, and someone that comes from that can differ between them. There is the legacy airline, Turkish Airlines, or any other Lufthansa, big Lufthansa, which operate in-flight connectivity. They are all losing money, by the way. I know that because I was leading the in-flight connectivity at Gilat, but they are offering that as a service, the paid service, and still losing money, but they have a lot of money coming from the ticket itself, so that's okay for them. Legacy airlines are totally different from the low-cost market. Low-cost market will not give anything that does not generate revenue. They are not willing to invest even in a very low-cost in-flight entertainment. That's why they adopt our solution. That's why they like the idea of having an in-flight entertainment without paying anything, and then they are granted with the revenues itself. In our airplanes, the low-cost, there are no in-flight connectivity. It's not planned. They're not going to put something that will cause them losing money from such an investment. So it's a different market.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yossi, how do you share the revenue between yourself and the airline? What is the allocation?
The allocation is between 15 to 20% with the airline, depends on the size of the airline. The bigger the airline is, with more airplanes, we provide up to 20%. They are becoming our partners because they have a desktop that they can see everything that happens inside their fleet. They see how much revenues we generate, and they motivate their air crew in order to promote the service inside the board, inside the airplane. That's why we got into 60, even 70% of the passenger using for long time the solution, comparing to other solutions like you probably know El Al, which stand about 20% with their Dreamstream, and they do not even generate revenue. So they are paying money, people do not use that, and they are not getting any money from the system. So it's totally different.
Is the application free? If I go on the airline, I use it for free, and I pay only for in purchases I do on the application, or is it?
That's correct. So you don't have to put application. It's a native. You just have to connect, like in the hotel, to Wi-Fi, and you are redirected there. Everything is free, beside the fact that if you want to buy things in better price during the flight itself, or if you want to watch a long time movie, Hollywood brand movies, and will have to pay about $2 to $3 and get all the movies that we have inside.
Great.
Thank you, Yossi.
Thank you.
So I would like to welcome Yuval Ifrach from Market Beyond.
Hello, everyone. Great to be here. Let me share my screen. Okay. I hope that you can all see my screen. So my name is Yuval Ifrach. I am the CEO and one of the co-founders at Market Beyond. My background, I started as a software engineer. I have an MBA from the IE Business School in Madrid, which is ranked 8th in the world. And for the past almost 9 years, I've been an entrepreneur. What we do at Market Beyond is we provide leading brands and online retailers with cross-market competitive insights to understand their overall competitive position in the market in order to optimize sales strategy and maximize their online revenues. We have been working with some of the biggest names in the industry, including names like Best Buy, eBay, Facebook, and others. And we were selected by Gartner as a top digital shelf analytics player for 2020. We're not working with Gartner, by the way. We did not pay them for that. Our platform provides accurate market share data across the e-commerce market, covering all leading retailers. And we help our customers answer questions like, what is my market share? And we can slice and dice this information by brand, by retailer, by category, all the way down to specific SKUs and products. Questions like what products are currently trending. This helps to identify what is currently trending in the market to make sure that you're in fact selling the right products, that you're producing the right products if you're a manufacturer, and that you're in fact answering the market needs. We also look at how shoppers search for products in order to make sure that the brands are in fact tagging and categorizing their products correctly so people can actually find them and that they can actually answer the market needs. We also measure what is the correlation between my promotional activities and the actual sales and how does it affect my share. You'd be surprised maybe to know that brands and manufacturers don't necessarily, in many cases, don't have information about what is the impact of their marketing activities on their sales in real time. In addition to that, they have no idea how does that affect the market share of the competition. Is the fact that my market share is rising, is it due to an entire category increase, or is it because I managed to steal market share from my competition? These are all questions and more that we help our customers answer. And we do that at the product level and category level, sales reaching 96% accuracy across all the leading retailers in the US market and other markets as well. Now, this is, by the way, a quote coming from Facebook Marketplace. We help them build their assortment strategy for the Facebook Marketplace. I'll be happy to share this later. Our revenue intelligence platform is using artificial intelligence and machine learning in order to generate insights and understand market share and actual sales of retailers. And we do that using 100% publicly available data. We don't use any panels. We don't use any data coming from any bias-related sources. All the data that we create is solely based on our advanced models that know how to turn different KPIs that we collect from the net into actual sales. We've done that. We've analyzed over the past 4 years over 500 million products. And we do that at a 96% level of accuracy. We started market beyond selling a customized product in the form of projects, selling to the biggest retailers in the world. We used the opportunity provided by COVID, in that sense, it was the good side of COVID, to turn our product from a project-based custom solution into a SaaS solution that we can sell at a much lower entry-level price. We're selling it for $5,000 a month as a base package. And this means that we can dramatically increase our market share, selling also to smaller brands and manufacturers. And it also means that we've reduced the very complex sales cycles, enterprise sales cycles, that has been our share in the past into much simpler go-to-market. Now, what makes us special? So a few things. First of all, it's the granularity. The fact that we can provide SKU level insights across the e-commerce, covering all the important retailers at almost any category. Second, it's the compliance. The fact that our solution is 100% homegrown. There is no risk of using external data providers. There is no bias. There is no risk for privacy infringements and so on. Accuracy. We reach 96% accuracy in our sales prediction on a product level basis. We do that thanks to the fact we've been doing that for over 4 years, analyzed hundreds of millions of SKUs, and our customers are sharing their ground truth data with us. Lastly, it's our technology. The fact that we've built a robust and scalable sales model using AI and machine learning allows us to generate information that can only be generated this way, replacing in many cases work that was done by hundreds of analysts crunching numbers and data in the older traditional world. Now, why now? Well, we see it as a perfect storm. COVID has shifted the focus of everyone into online. Brands and retailers that used to sell 85, 90% of the revenues in offline are now focusing solely on online, and they have to excel in online. Brands understand that, and they turn into direct to consumer, and they have very little information out there about their actual sales through the different channels. If you ask Keter, for example, a manufacturer of home and garden furniture, if you ask them about their sales in Wayfair or in Walmart, they have no idea, and they are using us in order to generate this kind of data. Another very important factor is the shutdown of JumpShot. JumpShot were a leading industry provider for e-commerce data. The company was shut down at the beginning of 2020 due to privacy issues, and they left a huge void in the market. And we are filling this void, and we think that Market Beyond can lead this market of e-commerce intelligence using very high accuracy insights. So what are we looking for? We're looking for a $2 million round in order to reach $130,000 MRR and be ready for a full qualified round A by the beginning of 2022. And our goal, of course, is to lead the e-commerce analytics market due to our capabilities that are currently leading the industry in terms of accuracy, granularity, and coverage. Now, thank you very much. My name is Yuval Ifrach, to remind you, and I'd be happy to take questions.
Thank you, Yuval. I will ask a question. How do you get to a 96% accuracy by using only public data?
That's a good question.
It's amazing.
This is part of what we've built over the past years. We are collecting pretty much any kind of information that you can find on product pages online, including the bestseller rank, the number of rating, reviews, the pace that rating and reviews accumulate. We also use the search rank that products get when you look for different keywords online. And we've also managed to create a mechanism that tells us how many units of every product are available at any given moment. Meaning that we can tell you how many units of Apple EarPods were sold on Best Buy and Amazon yesterday, last week, and last month. And we know that we're getting to this level of accuracy by comparing our results to the ground truth data that our customers are sharing with us. And this allows us to make sure that we're indeed exactly on track.
Thank you. I see we have another question. Do you generate revenues today, by now?
Yes, we generate revenues. Again, we shifted from selling to retailers using custom projects into turning this product into a SaaS product. So in that sense, we have taken a step back in terms of revenues, but we have a very healthy and strong pipeline. And we just launched the product, by the way, a month and a half ago, the new product. So things are ramping up very well. We have revenues. If anyone is interested in specifics, I'd be happy to take this offline and get to numbers and financials.
And for how long does the company exist?
The company exists since 2015.
Okay, and I see we have another question. How many people are you in your team, and where are you located?
So we're located in Tel Aviv. We are 10 people in the company. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Yuval.
Thank you.
There are no more questions. Oh, wait, another one. How much was invested so far in the company?
So far, $4 million in 2 rounds, a pre-seed and a seed round. The seed round was led by Chetz VC. This was for the previous project we were focusing on retailers in a custom project solution. For the round that we are looking for, the 2 million, the entire investors will participate, and we've already secured some of the round. So we're looking for additional participants.
Thank you.
Well,
so we are ready to welcome Uri Keren from Clickins.
Okay, I'm sharing. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so hi, my name is Uri. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer of Clickins. Clickins works in 3 market segments, work in the automotive, insurance, and the homeland security markets. Our aim is to automate manual processes related to car inspections. COVID has been pushing fast forward the need for automations in our target markets, although these are conservative markets, but we are seeing huge changes in the automotive and the insurance markets. Digital technology can influence a company end-to-end, from the customer loyalty acquisition to the efficiencies and effectiveness of an organization. With Clickins, we work with our customers on all these aspects. Now, insurance companies are losing a lot of money. Claim settlement is a complex process, requires multiple touch points, and there's a lot of fraud in automotive insurance. Fleet companies are losing money because they are missing damages. Whenever there's an exchange of hands in a car, damages may be missed, and the expense of repair is now falls on the company. The numbers are between $3,000 to $5,000 per car per year for fleet companies. So Click-ins, we are an AI company. We automatically detect and analyze car damages. We do it at a very high precision and without the need for any special equipment or skilled personnel. Any digital camera from any device, we are device agnostic, for example, mobile device, and is enough for us, and we'll do the rest. Today, we work at very high volumes. We process over 10 million car photos a day. We're able to analyze an image in less than 300 milliseconds at a very high precision. And the way that we achieve that is that although we are an AI company, but we developed a multidisciplinary approach, supplementing AI with other deep technologies. And this combined solution provides our customers with scalable, high performance, highly accurate SaaS platform that supports their business needs. What is also unique about Click-ins is our approach to AI. In our market, we need huge amount of data in order to train our AI for predictable results. This data resides usually with customers. So there's a huge dependency, strong dependency between AI companies and their customers. We took a different approach. We are self-reliant. We developed proprietary technology that allows us to create the data that we need to train our AI. What you see here are not real cars. These are simulated cars. They look real. We control the lighting, the reflections. We control the environment. We control dirt. We control raindrops. And of course, we control and we can simulate damages. We are an API SaaS company. We provide our APIs to our customers, and they integrate our technology into their customer and employee workflows and into the business automation. We're continuously analyzing the market in order to increase our value proposition to our customers and to our partners. For example, we've already integrated our solutions with claims management platforms for the insurance market, with fleet management platforms, with estimation, authentication, and FNOL solutions, with telematics platforms, and system integrators are now taking our technology to market. Because we integrated with cost estimation platforms, for example, in the US and in other countries, we're able to provide an end-to-end solution from damage detection all the way to cost estimation for our customers. Now, one of the problems in the industry is the reliance on images. If you want to automate business processes and you want to rely on images, you would like to guarantee that these images meet the quality standards and provide you the content that you need. With our real-time image processing, we're able to provide our customers with real-time feedback in order to create a guided session whereby customers, such as policyholders or drivers, can provide the AI or the company with a standard set of images that we guarantee that they contain the right content and within the right quality. Once all these images are collected, we can then kick in the AI and automate the damage detection. We also do a lot of processing on the images themselves. For example, we analyze the images and verify that they're all taken at the same time, the same location, that all images contain the same car, and this is to prevent fraudulent activities. So once all images are collected, we provide our customers with different types of damage reports that allows them to make decisions and automate processes, from high-level score of the condition of the car to inspection reports to a full detailed damage reports. So for insurance companies, we provide end-to-end solutions from the underwriting, where insurance companies now can collect images at the point of sales. This guarantees that the same, we freeze the pre-existing condition of the car. We allow the insurance company to price the policy better and to prevent any fraudulent activities of the same fraud being claimed multiple times in the same company or in different companies. We also automate the FNOL process. And of course, we help the insurance companies to reduce touch points and minimize the time to claims settlements. For the automotive industry, we are there whenever there's an exchange of hands in a car, whether it's rental and return, car share companies, fleet companies, They all use our technology in order to inspect the car before and after. In logistics, whenever a car exchanges hands, we are there to inspect the car before and after, and we automatically identify damages as they happen. And for the used car market, we're there to inspect the cars. The used car market is going through major changes due to COVID, and there are more and more digital transactions and less physical transactions in dealerships, for example. So we are there to automate the inspection of cars. Our business model is transactional per damage report, depending on the use cases, from $3 to $10. With quantity discounts, it's a monthly MRR model. These are some of our use cases. We have multi-year agreements signed with Sixt, with Avis. We work with the Prime Minister office in Israel. We already kicked off several projects with Bosch and with some of the leading car share companies in Europe and more and more. These are some of the locations where our technology is already in use. And as you can see, we operate globally and we are expanding all the time. And of course, we are expanding our partner and our employee network in order to support our growing business. A little bit about the company. The company was founded in 2014. We've been developing and perfecting our technology ever since. We raised to date 9 million. We just completed a round of investment, and we are now preparing for the next round, which is a 10 million round of investment. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Uri. So I noticed you touched the point of COVID, but I wanted to ask if you can maybe elaborate more about the effects of COVID on your target market, both the cars and the insurance.
Yeah, it's because people are asking, COVID influenced the automotive industry.
Yeah.
People are not renting cars, but it's not true. First of all, and both insurance companies and fleet companies are preparing for the generation post-COVID, and they all intend to come out of COVID not in the same way that they entered it, meaning more business automation, less touch points. That's where we can automate business decisions. But also COVID is changing the business. And there are more and more digital transactions. In the US today, you can buy a used car just like you buy a package in Amazon. You buy the car online and it is delivered to your doorstep with a truck. So we are seeing more and more digital transactions, which means that there is a need for transparency of information about the true condition of the car. And that's where we kick in. And there are many use cases where technology can be used. And that's why we are seeing growth in our business and huge demand. We've been extremely busy in the past 12 months.
Thank you. So I see we don't have questions from the crowd. So thank you again, Uri.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So I think we've reached the end of this webinar. I want to thank all of you who joined us today and to thank the founders for the pitches that you gave us. And I want to also thank Dr. Ayal Shenav and our firm's marketing director, Kochavit Akunis, for putting this event together. We had a short break during April because there were a lot of holidays in Israel, but I'm sure and I hope to see you in our next demo day in June. So thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. You have my email here and Ayal's email. And have a nice evening.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Great presentations.